I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is the Managing Director of True North Copper, Bevan Jones. Bevan, it's great to have you back on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, Shay. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Now, I wouldn't mind talking about your Great Australian mine asset. Now, this is an asset that has a particularly checkered history. Tell me, why are you exploring this region? What are you doing differently that others haven't done in the past?
Yeah, look, Great Australia is a mine which has been in operation or around for over 100 years when it was originally founded by Ernest Henry. So, look, it is one of those assets which that sometimes gets that sort of a comment made about it. And look, what we've been doing is really going back and doing, starting from the beginning again, boots on ground surveys, using more modern techniques to actually look what's underneath the ground. IP surveys have found anomalies which don't outcrop on the surface, and so instead of just step out drilling on our existing pit shells, drilling mineralisation which can be seen on the surface, we've been really looking very much at what's below the surface and targeting anomalies which previously haven't been looked at.
Now, you put out some results on the 18th of June, which pointed to new zones of copper, gold, and cobalt mineralisation. Is this proof of your concept that there is, more to be found in this region?
Yeah, look, it's very exciting what the drilling has revealed, and look, following on from those comments about the checkered history, it's proving that there is life still in the Great Australia area and Cloncurry itself. What we've found is that there are zones of mineralisation which are associated with our existing operations, but much further out, and will create greater pit shells, which will see an increase in life and throughput in what we originally thought the operations could look like.
So there seems to be a lot of activity happening within the company at the moment. What's future news can investors look forward to hearing from True North Copper?
Yeah, well, since the recapitalisation of True North Copper, we've been very, very focused on boots on the ground, getting out there, exploring what assets we already have, and increasing our knowledge, and also our mineral inventory. So we've been through a number of geophysics surveys within the Cloncurry region, and this drilling that we've just completed. But most excitingly, we are drilling as we speak a number of holes out at Mount Oxide, which is a highly prospective greenfields area. We've been drilling outside of our known reserve area at Vero, along strike, the dormant fault, and look, we are looking forward to getting the results back from the laboratory on those drilling, that drilling, and to be able to start talking about where to from here for True North Copper. When the rigs finish in a couple of weeks at Mount Oxide, they'll be heading back to Cloncurry, into our Wallace North, and also to Salisbury and Weinberg leases, to do follow-up drilling after the geophysics that we did there.
That sounds like things are changing quite quickly and that there's going to be a lot of news flow ahead. Tell me, what is the best way for investors to stay up to date with what's happening with True North Copper?
Yeah, look, we are really focusing on making sure that we're getting that story out there, but we're doing that via people subscribing to our information flow, and our existing shareholders who have registered to get those updates. So I would really encourage people to visit truenorthcopper.com.au and subscribe. And our existing shareholders, if you really want to get that message, we can make sure you get added to the mailing list, and we'll be emailing you regularly with our updates.
Listen, Bevan, it was an absolute pleasure to have you back on, and I look forward to what's ahead for True North Copper.
Thanks, Shay.